joined by Southern Miss Lady Eagles head coach Joy Lee McNellis, along with Tamara Jones and Voshay Martin. And in just a moment here, we'll get an opening statement from Coach to begin. All right, Coach.
You know, what a ball game. I really and truly believe that anybody that was either at this game or watched this game saw really how good Conference USA really is. I mean, it was a very hard-fought game. I thought both teams played extremely hard. I think the biggest difference in the game is Western Kentucky executed a little bit more in crunch situations than what we did. It wasn't that, some people get up and they'll say, well, they wanted it more. Well, I don't think that's definitely the case. I think our team played very hard. They played with tremendous amount of heart and soul. I mean, we got down in that first half. It was really ugly. And you have to give Western Kentucky a lot of credit. They were throwing a lot of different defenses at us. And, again, we didn't handle that. And that's where we dug our hole, was in that first half. I thought our team played extremely well. We had every opportunity to win. We had every shot that you could ask to shoot. We had players that we depend on all year that take shots, and unfortunately the ball just didn't bounce our way. I'm very proud of our team. Were we disappointed? Indeed, we're sick to know that you come so close to be able to be in a big dance and not get that opportunity after you've worked so hard. The one thing that I can tell you is that our team all year has really grown a lot. In August, we had several people that made decisions, personal decisions. They committed their life to Christ, and it impacted their life in many, many ways. It really impacted our team. And I think as we went through this year, we grew as a team. No, we did not win on the scoreboard tonight. But I tell you what, this year has presented, it's been a journey where we won in life. And I think that's very important. I think our seniors, 2 of them sitting here with me, have something that we've been through this journey on that will prepare them for the rest of their life. And that's the big picture. That's the big picture. Again, hats off to Western Kentucky. Again, they made crunch time plays when they needed to be made. And unfortunately, we fell very short.
Questions for Coach and our student athletes? Please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you.
Coach, with a 57-53 lead, I mean, I'm sure you would have to feel like the wrong team won almost.
We have the lead, and we get almost every opportunity. We run that sideline play, and we couldn't get much more open than that. We had a miscue on it. But again, we go back down, we play hard, we don't guard the ball. Again, I think what happened, we had the lead, and you cannot, against a great team like Western Kentucky, you cannot. We make a mistake or we miss a shot, we have to go back down and guard, and we didn't do that. They penetrated on the left side of the floor, they got all the way to the rim, and, you have to applaud them for that. Again, we had every opportunity. 57-53, you should win the ball game. But again, you got to make plays, and we just didn't make the plays, and we didn't guard. I mean, our defense totally broke down. They attacked the left side of the floor, and we just didn't guard, and they get all the way to the rim. And, we just have to applaud them for it. And, the unfortunate thing is it's a little too late to learn it for this year for the NCAA tournament. But hopefully it'll be a lesson learned in life that when you face a challenge and things don't go your way, then, you buckle down and get it back. It's got to be like somebody stole your purse, and you got to go get it. You don't kind of just let it go. But yeah, we had it in our hands. We slipped away. We missed some easy buckets, and then we just didn't guard going to the other end.
It might be too soon to think about this, but you mentioned NCAA tournament. Do you care to politic for any postseason?
Well, indeed. I mean, I think that if anybody watched it, it's not a nickel's worth of difference in us and Western Kentucky, to be honest with you. I mean, truly. I mean, the game wouldn't have gone to the wire. It would have been a 40-point blowout or a 10-point blowout, but that wasn't it either. I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, the ball could go either way. So, I know our RPI is probably not where it needs to be. But I think that if anybody watched, we're just as good as a Western Kentucky to be able to get into the NCAA tournament.
And obviously emotional after the game. Can you kind of talk about maybe what the scene in the locker room might have been like?
Everybody's upset. Everybody's disappointed. Our seniors are really upset because, again, it's their last chance to be able to hang that banner with that blue circle with the NCAA hanging through it. And, so obviously it's very emotional for them. It's very emotional for our younger players just because it was so close. And, the journey starts when this season ends, and it seems so far away and it seems so bleak and like you can't get to the end of that tunnel. And then before you know it, it gets here. And then you can't let it slip out. So I think the younger players, again, last year we were embarrassed by Middle Tennessee. I mean, they just totally dominated the game. This year we were one step closer. And hopefully that everyone will dig in a little bit tighter, and we'll be able to start the journey again and be able to be successful next year this time.
For Tamara and Boucher, how hard was this one for you guys to swallow?
It was 10 times worse than last year, especially because it was only by 3 points and we were up. So, we should have did something different, pressured the ball more, did something else. But, it hurts worse losing by 3 than it does by 30.
Same for you, Boucher.
As a senior, losing in the conference championship is probably the worst way to, walk away from the game, even though we have a big chance of playing in postseason play that as a kid you always dream of playing in the NCAA. And to have it that close and then to have it slip through your fingertips is one of the worst things you can go through as a ball player. So it's going to weigh heavy on me for a little while.
Any other questions for our group? Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.